Alright, so we're here. Not sure if this is the house on the hill that was mentioned. This is the last level. I don't believe there's any static in this area. I could very well be wrong. It's quite a walk. Okay, we'll put that up. I don't think it's needed. Alright, so this is the factory. The factory that was turned into a hospital. It's very quiet. There's the rock. Can't open it. Someone was recording here. Oh, my phone. Nothing. Nothing important. Showers. Nothing. Oh, there's a note. Hi, Lucy. I am sorry it had to end this way. Please believe me when I say my hands are tied. The front entrance is shut tight, so please leave through the supply entrance. The combination is 14241. Thank you. And there's nothing at all in these lockers. These other lockers, so I'm not going to bother with it. So it definitely seemed like there was a hidden path. A level 2 key card. We're out here. This is where we were earlier. Okay. maybe that opened this? Oh, opened this door. Okay. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in any of them, but there's just more hospital beds.
Looks like this was a reception area once upon a time.
See, there's the symbol that was on the keys at the very beginning of the game. And this is an elevator. Pretty cool little couch there, I think.
Hello, Yale. This is Bobby. The code to my bedroom is written on your day chart. You must learn the code before the chart is archived. Visit me at night when the siblings are asleep. I'll be waiting for you.
Something tells me that I just have a feeling that Jill is not really his girlfriend. Here's the archive. Here's the code we need. Back to number 1. Okay. Ah. The photo again. I'll break it in a moment. Okay, so the reason why I wasn't opening these doors is because, well, hold on. It's because not only are they just empty hospital rooms, we can't do anything with them yet, but Tyler Everell, that's the name of the chapter. And these are the 13 patients. So Jill was among one of them. I don't remember where she is exactly. Okay, that's not her. It's not her. Nope. Nope. Juliette will tell us when it is her.
There's no combination here. Must be somewhere in the archive.
Okay, if you're looking at this on a small YouTube screen, Jill's not that beautiful. But all the people kind of look weird in this game. So I think that the photos we've been destroying along the way is actually her. That's what I think. That may not be necessarily true. Oh, and this door is the showers. And what was it that Bobby mentioned in his reels?
After a while, we moved to the old farm.
Okay, no, wait, that's not it.
Ever since the storm, we turned the factory into a hospital. We had 13 rooms with 13 beds and 13 computers. Me and the siblings all slept on the second floor. I was in charge of taking care of the patients. Most of the time they were asleep. Sometimes I gave them pills, or helped them to the toilet, or taking a shower. They were always so confused. Sometimes I talked to them, but they would only stare at me, or stare at the ceiling, and then fall asleep again.
Okay. So it seems like the medicine was there to keep the patients kind of in a daze constantly.
There's one patient that I especially like. She is very beautiful. I would sit by her side for hours watching her breathe. Her name is Jill. After a couple of weeks, the patients started disappearing one by one. I would take them to the showers as usual, and they would never come back. Father said they had gone home. But he was lying, because yesterday I found their belongings in one of the rooms on the top floor.
Okay. So the showers led somewhere. And wherever it led, as we saw, it led to what seemed to be an underground hatch. We don't know what's really down there. So apparently his dad was behind them being gone, or them vanishing. So let me... Alright, we got the code 45431. Way more than 13 beds, but this may be where the siblings slept. Yeah, they slept on the second floor. So maybe siblings is just not as in actual relatives, except for Robin, I think, is his actual sibling. Maybe that's what they referred to each other. The members of the cults. They referred to each other as siblings. Right. This is all their stuff. And that's... We were there not too long ago. Is there another door? Guess not. Okay. So we're going to be going down the hatch. Before we do, I kind of want to review the notes and kind of explain the story a bit, at least my understanding of it. Okay. So it seems like that Saginaw was home to a very huge park, amusement park, and zoo. One day, a landslide pretty much wiped out the entire town, including Bobby's mother. And Daniel drowned in the storm, and he was in the woods. But something is keeping all of the ghosts there. Now, eventually, because their home was destroyed, they moved to an old farm, and there they would have Bobby would kill crows, which belonged to Christoph, to fuel something, and it seemed like they were using the blood and for the crows to make something. Christoph discovered the truth of the pesticide, that it was not in fact pesticide. The mist that was being gathered was likely the blood of those who had died in the landslide. And he kept producing more and kind of experimenting with it a bit, I think, with crows. And when Christoph found out the truth of that, he was murdered by Bobby's father. And now he's in the tunnel. But the tunnel seems to be down the hatch. Or underground. They all keep talking about being underground. But at the same time, there was a bit of a cult going on. Of the blood of the mist inside my skin. It seemed to worship something called Sylvio, which is called living in the woods, which may be what they're talking about when some of them mention that they see the woods. And at the same time, they sacrificed Robin as well. And possibly Bobby was trying to leave with Jill, and Susan here was not happy about that. While at the same time, Susie, Roger's lover, came down here when, I guess, Roger... no, she came here with Roger. It was their honeymoon, but Roger... while she was waiting for Roger, he was carried away by the balloon. There were apparently strong winds that day. And the 13 patients, I believe, were used by Bobby's father for something. I'm not sure what. Because they mentioned the elevator leads to the showers. And Bobby mentions that when he takes them to the showers, they disappear. But they're all under the earth. So when they say that they mentioned that they can hear humming, they're beside us, looking up. They're under the earth and they can hear everything. They can hear us. They can hear humming. And they can see us too. And he mentioned my body is a something like that. But another person mentioned we're all statues down here. And I think this was one of the 13 patients. And they were feeling stiff and calling for Bobby to help. I'm not sure. So that's essentially it. But we're not really sure what Sylvio is or what Bobby's father was doing. I don't know if the sequel will clarify that. But yeah. So that's essentially it. So Bobby's father was, so it seemed like he was probably, I think he was the leader of a cult. But we'll go down the hatch, and this is where Sylvio is. Robin warned us not to go down here, but the story commands us. Chill Edwards. So I guess Roger died in the storm that eventually became the landslide that wiped out the town. Come on. It's so dark. Another thing I kept forgetting at now that I don't have the notes to look at. They talked about a trip to Honolulu, and I think the patients were lured by a promised trip to Honolulu. And one of the ghosts that we mentioned was the doctors lied. I was fit. That may have been that was one of the patients. Just pretty much somewhat being aware that but then it was too late that it was a scam and that he was trapped. But that is Sylvio. And the ending's a little ambiguous, but considering that there is a sequel starring Juliette, the human anomaly there is actually Jill. For whatever reason, that boulder was trapping her, and by releasing the boulder, it released her spirit into the forest. So even though they said that they could see you, they mentioned the woods, they can see that. But when they say that they're in the tunnel, that's where their bodies actually are. It's actually in the tunnel. And the man on the hill with the piano, this is the home. And apparently there's supposed to be something secret when you get all of the music pieces, which, as you can see, I have. I have all the music pieces, and yet nothing. I didn't even get an achievement for it, and it's something I'm going to have to email the guy who made this about, and I have video proof, so, because that looks complete to me. Okay. And it'll just stay like that. So it's a very interesting game, with a very unique premise. I'm hoping we'll get a bit more answers on to what Sylvio is, because it seems like Sylvio is somewhat the curse, the Native American curse that was unleashed with the landslide, and that is within the mist that the village, the people in Saginaw, those who remained, seem to have worshipped. But yet that also seems to also encompass sort of a limbo that the ghosts are trapped in. And I guess the center of Sylvio is in the tunnel. I'm not sure what Robin was sacrificed for. So I'm looking forward to Sylvio too, and that should be coming out later this year. At this time I haven't finished recording Republic, but I will be getting on that. There'll be more of that. And I'm not sure what else to play. But you are welcome to send suggestions via my Twitter or leave something in the comments. And let me know what you think of Sylvio. I pretty much liked it. While it's not a perfect game by any means, it's still a very, very great. The concept really carries this game. And there's a lot of fun puzzles to it too, so I really enjoyed it. Alright, well thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.